yeah, that'll be interesting.
Any more questions?
Lady in the front, well, not quite in front, second row back, with a blue glittery Alice bag, is that right? There you go, my eyesight's still there.
Hi Chris.
How are you?
Brilliant.
Good.
What was it like when...
Sorry, start the question again, I was interrupting.
Chris, what was it like in seeing it Back to Earth when the female Harley hologram, Katerina Bartokowski, turned up? Was it a good scene?
Yes, it was. She's a great actress. She quite chilling actually in the sort of portrayal of the sort of anti-hologram persona, and a lovely person to work with. But obviously I got the better of her in the end, pushing her out of the last one. I thought we know what's going to happen here. But yes, it was very good. She was a brilliant actress, and I hope, I know she's married into royalty now, but I hope that doesn't force her acting career, because she's a superb actor, and it was very good to work with her. Sophie, yeah, very, so good. It was good, very positive.
Chris, we've got a question
Yeah.
from the gentleman here.
Oh, yes.
We'd like to know, do you prefer to play the part of Rimmer or Mr. British?
Rimsy or Brizzo? I don't really know. You do these things, you do these characters because you're offered the job. You do the best, the job to the best of your ability at the time. Ultimately, I think Red Dwarf has been the better show, and that's been the show that's been the spine of my career and has helped me get lots of other parts. It's the show that most people will probably remember. It's critically acclaimed. It's got awards and all that sort of thing. Britus was very much a more mainstream show. So Red Dwarf, I would always say, is the stronger show of the two, of course. But Britus was easier to do. So, obviously talking about Britus is too much of this person earlier. British Empire, Jump XVII. But no, it's Britus, I had one costume to wear. We used to shoot it down at the Leisure Centre in September, and then in the BBC. So it's a much more comfortable, easier show to do. So in that respect, I enjoyed Britus. But Red Dwarf, you knew you were making something that was going to last for a long, long time. So I hope that explains it. Red Dwarf, we could be at 11 o'clock at Sunbury water pumping station in freezing water up to your, knees in the middle of January, and Doug would be going, yeah, no, yeah. Yeah, Chris, would you mind the water being up to here? Yeah, you'd only have to stand there for about an hour. While I decide if it's funny. Could you do that? Could you do that for me? Yeah, good, great. You go and do that, and then you come back and go, I don't like the water. What if, Chris, you're going to hate me? And I'm thinking, why? Why would I hate you? But that's a slight exaggeration. But yes, so, and good old Howard Burden, those amazing costumes that he would knock up in the shed outside in Shepperton, or his office, stroke shed. Sometimes have the odd pin left in them. When you're sort of kneeling down like that, suddenly you get a pin in the jab in the arm. So, it was a less comfortable show to do, but we were making stuff, as I say, that was going to last for a long, long time, so, equally enjoyable, but with Red Dwarf being the better show.
I've got one down here, Chris.
Okay.
Hi, Chris.
Hi.
If Rimmer had an extendable fork, what do you think you would use it for?
You could use this as inspiration.
That's a clever extendable fork. That's a very, very interesting interesting thing. How did you do this, Bob? I'm slightly more interested in how you did this. Is this something you buy in the shops? But it's essentially a radio aerial with a fork in the end. You kind of couldn't really use it like that.
Oh, you could. It's good for stealing other people's food.
It's telescopic, of course. Yes. Drive it. Stop what's happening now. Wow, this is extendable. What would I use this extendable fork for? Back scratching, yes. Maybe to prod Danny John Jules when he's forgotten his line. It's got quite, can't be seen somewhere. Or use it as a car aerial. It would look quite good on my Range Rover. Yeah, I've got a nice version of it.
Make one.
Yeah, there you go. That's the the back scratcher is probably the most practical, if rather boring, kind of more easy to have it on. No, I am most intrigued by that. I'll give it back because lunch is coming up. There you go. Excellent. What a thing. Well done. Well done. I don't think anyone else has got anything quite that interesting in the room, have they? Who's next? Match that.
Hi, Chris.
Oh, hello. Sorry that I thought the microphone was going to go on a whole journey around the room there.
No, I thought so too, but it's a two-parter. I mean, as I know that you have a really strong passion for cars, and what would you say is your favourite car in your collection, and are there any cars that take your fancy that you may consider wanting to drive or purchase in the near future?
That's a pretty car-y kind of question, isn't it, that one? I would have to say that my favourite car in my own little batch of Crocs would be the car that I've been using quite a lot recently. It's my little Triumph TR2, which is a car that punches above its weight. It's I had a nice trip to Wales in October with Practical Classic magazine, which was great fun. And I've just fitted recently had some overdrive fitted to it and a Kendo cooling fan on it, and it's now very economical, which is obviously something we have to think about in this day and age. Not to use too much of the lovely black stuff, do we? And it's just a tough car, which is quite user friendly in the maintenance front. And quite inexpensive to run, quite inexpensive to buy compared to some Exotica. So yeah, that would have to be my favourite, above some of the more exotic things I've got. What do I want to buy? I still would hanker after a Rolls-Royce Silver Ghost, which a friend of mine's got two actually. I'm trying to persuade him to give me one. For some reason he's rich as Croesus, but he's still in part of them, But yeah, one day, and they're not out of this world price-wise. You can still get a rough Tourer for. I mean, you're into six figures, but if I can persuade my wife that we need to sell the house or something, we might be able to get one. But yeah, I mean that's an ambition,
Okay, we've got a question down here.
Hi Chris, you do a brilliant Kenneth Williams. Can you do Frankie Hammond?
Oh yes, don't doze off, madam, no.